I received a package. The lads at Now Living reached out to me and asked if I could review a piece of kit for them, so let's open it and see what's in there. This package is shedding, so I better get it open really quickly. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, it comes in little nice bags. Look at those, very handy. Anything else? Did I just dox myself that entire time? I am absolutely covered in fluff, so bear with me. Let's open these and see what's in there. I think when I was talking to Joshua at Now Living, he said that, yes, it was resistance bands that we were looking at. Even more. I think, yeah, this is just a shorter version with a handle and an anchor, I'm assuming that is. Probably the exact same thing again. Oh my God, it's after spilling absolutely everywhere. Spares. Oh, it's not only just a spare, it's got the attachment on it. So I know from chatting to Josh that it's not necessarily the plastic bands that we're reviewing here, it's really this kind of mechanism here. He calls it the PowerCube. We have the 4-foot length version, I think, and then we have a 2-foot length version, I'm assuming. But it's this little mechanism he was showing me that you can really easily like pop the bands in and out of this kind of cube thing. So that's kind of the main feature of this that we'll be reviewing over the next little while. Let's have a little close-up. Peep the watch, by the way. Casio, don't look at digits. The other pieces of kit there are fairly similar as well. The only real difference is that, yeah, kind of like a harness attachment, I suppose. So I'm basically going to use these myself for the next few days and also with patients and just see how we get on. But, you know, I'm not going to be very nice about it. I want to give it an honest opinion, basically, of what I think of it. And we're going to be rating it on a few different systems. So let's see how we get on. So it's been a week. And I have to say, they're pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. I do have a few gripes with them, but they're pretty good. I am gonna be comparing them to other resistance bands like these and, you know, the other ones with the metal clasps, the cheaper kind of versions, because, you know, if I was comparing them to free weights and that kind of stuff, that's a different video altogether. So material wise, the elastics themselves are made of a really high quality latex and have up to 45 kilos of force, which is pretty good for a resistance band, to be honest. The handle itself is made of a hard plastic, and then it has a, again, very nice high quality rubber outing to it. And the PowerCube itself is another kind of hard plastic, has that kind of 3D printed vibe to it, I think. And then the end, we've just got a Velcro strap, pretty much. We'll start with the handle. The handle itself is brilliant, to be honest. I never thought I'd say that about a handle on a piece of equipment, but it is really comfortable to hold, really wide, really thick as well. You could probably fit 2 hands on it if you have tiny hands like me. And I am gonna hark back to the times of COVID, because that was my heaviest kind of resistance band use. My hands were in tatters from using these. I remember specifically using these bands with this bike glove on, just because my hands could not handle holding on to this thing for long enough. Like, I don't wanna look like Barnacle Boy. I wanna look like Henry Cavill in Wolverine. This handle, on the other hand, I had absolutely no trouble with. Did not think about my hand once. So comfort-wise, huge thumbs up. The PowerCube here really is the star of the show though, especially the feature of being able to change the resistance so handily. You can see I use bands a good bit with patients and it's really handy. It looks a lot cleaner, you know, you just have to have the one band set up. If I'm showing people multiple exercises and I only have a limited amount of time, it's just, I can whack between the different resistances, get a load done in such a short space of time rather than fishing around for these bands in all the different presses. From a personal workout point of view, a massive gripe I have with resistance bands in general is that they're really hard to progress up on. Yes, you can gather up more bands, you can go to a heavier band band, but the jump between different bands is usually just a little bit too big to allow for progression on. This thing, however, you literally just add another band in 2 seconds, and the jump between them, because they're all pretty much the same thickness, it is the same consistent jump that you're doing each time. And if you're a real psycho, you could technically do drop sets with it as well. Brilliant. So ease of use and handiness wise, so far another really big thumbs up, until we get to the anchor, to be honest. The anchor, when you first use it, is really confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but there are instructional videos on how to use this on his website, and to be honest, even he gets confused in the videos. He starts wrapping it around a bottle of iced tea, and you know, there's stuff going over other things, you have to twist it over this and that, and it just, if you don't have the spatial awareness for it, it is a little bit confusing. So there is potential for quite a lot of fiddling if you are, again, having to change the position of it during a class, you're under pressure, people are looking at you, you might get a little bit sweaty trying to wrestle with this thing. But once you get the knack of it, it is quite intuitive, to be honest, and once it's on, it is really firm. It's a lot firmer than I thought from just a piece of Velcro, really. Oh, wire. Another kind of knock on the ease of use is the bags themselves. Love them, love having them, really handy for storage and all that kind of stuff, but it is quite annoying putting the bands back into the bag. It's the same size for the 2-foot version as it is for the 4-foot version, I'm fairly sure. So yeah, especially the 4-foot version, just really fiddly to get back into the bag. But again, once it's in there, really nice storage, really easy to carry around. So, you know, I'm nitpicking really. Another cool feature of this bit, which I thought initially was a spare, is that it can actually attach into the anchor as well. And the carabiner end can actually attach into this little loop on the handle as well. So now we've gone from 45 kilos on just one to 90 kilos with both. Jesus. Which is without a doubt the heaviest resistant band I've ever touched. Durability wise, I've only been using it for a week, so you know, I haven't had any trouble so far. The only things I could see potentially wearing really is the grip, the rubber grip on it. You know, in gym machines that are used quite heavily, they get quite smooth and quite slippy because of that. But I'd still take this handle over the kind of the foam on the cheaper versions, because that gets all sweaty and it absorbs all your sweat and just gross, and that starts to fall apart as well. But yeah, this is still better. Another thing is the Velcro. Obviously that's going to wear over time as well. I don't know how fast it will either. The PowerCube itself doesn't really seem like it's going to break, to be honest. It is really sturdy. The elastics naturally are going to break at some point, but to be honest, they are really high quality. I'd be shocked if they broke anytime soon. And again, even if they did start to wear it down, it is possible to clip off the last 2 inches and replace them with new ones, which massively cuts down on the amount of plastic waste that resistance bands typically create. And we love an ecological solution. And even if stuff did start to break, there's a lifetime warranty on this thing, bar the elastics. But if something did break, you can get it replaced for free, like all within the same price package. Which brings us to the price point. These are ranging between €27 and €36, depending on which version you get, which is an absolute bargain. Really high quality material, multiple resistances in one. If you were to buy 4 different bands of this, it would run you a lot more money than just one of these. You get the carry case with it, and to be honest, the PowerCube itself is worth the money in my opinion. And you're beating a false economy because there is a lifetime warranty on it. I'm delighted I have a couple of sets of these, and they will become a permanent addition to the background of my videos. They get a massive physio and approval. If you want to pick up a pair of these for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description, or you can visit nowliving.today. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Go check out the TikTok, the Instagram. Send me stuff if you want. I'm open to it. That's the review of the week.